state rejected that case for whatever reason they rejected it for. I don't know. It wasn't before the court. But it appears to me that your relationship with the complainant, that will be no more. That relationship is over. If you want to have a relationship with her, you can. What that will result in is I will revoke you. You can go to prison. And then when you get out of prison, you can have a relationship with whomever you want. But if you wish to stay on probation in this court, there's to be no more contact with her.
What you're about to watch is one of the most emotional probation hearings you'll ever see. A man facing prison says he only needed one more chance, but the judge has already heard every excuse before. The question is, will mercy win today, or is this the moment everything falls apart? Stay until the verdict, because this courtroom takes a turn almost nobody expects.
Court is calling 2019 CR 8716, State of Texas versus Andre Alonzo Moody. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Raymond Sabana.
For the defense?
Jeannie Cupid for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Moody?
Ms. Mom.
All right, so you entered a plea. Could you all please whisper? So you entered a plea of true to violation of condition number 2 on September 9th. The state waived all other allegations. The court found violation of condition number 2 true, and the case was recalled for today because you had given testimony about calling in or appearing for a drug test. So have both parties received records from RMS?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you all had a chance to review it?
Yes.
So off the record, in the presence of everyone, probation has informed me that there's no record through RMS that he actually appeared, and defense, you wanted to address that.
Yes, Judge. At the prior hearing, I was not present attorney on that date. There was some confusion about whether we were talking about his appearance in March for not appearing, but he had pled true to April. So he was giving testimony about appearing and splitting a payment with regards to a visit he recalled from March. When I started visiting with him and corrected the date and said, actually, what you pled true to was failure to drug test in April, the defendant informed me that he did not go in April, that he had been, has had financial difficulties. And so there was no question, and we don't want this court to think that he is representing that he did try to go in April, because he wants the court to know that he did not go in April and that he in fact failed to report. Any question about appearing and a partial payment and not being able to do that was with regards to what he recalled was a March test, and that's not what's before the court today. So my client is pleading true. He did not go in April to test, and when appropriate, I would like to share some information with the court that I've learned in visiting with Mr. Moody over the last couple of weeks, that we would ask the court take into consideration when reviewing his case this morning. So do you want me to do that now, Judge? Judge, in meeting with Mr. Moody, his is a case where it's never an excuse, and he wants to address the court directly, and I've advised him you will allow him to do that. But he shared with me, he originally is from California. He has 2 daughters who are 5 and 7. He resides with the mother of those daughters, and their relationship is not the best. And that's, in my opinion, why he's here today. The court knows about the new number 1 that was ultimately rejected. 2019, his sister passed away. 2020, his mother took her own life. 2022, his father passed away. He has 1 remaining sister he has no contact with. Mr. Moody, this is his second MTR. The first MTR was not before this court. It was before another judge, and he was continued at that time. The court brought him in January, and you told him, Judge, you better buckle down, and you better get a job, and you better start, showing an effort. And I think the record will reflect he got a job as a cook working at Hooters on the Ingram Park location. He lives in Universal City. So transportation and money are his issue, Judge. He has a vehicle. It's not been reliable. There's no bus service where he lives. So when he has to report, he has to either Uber, and he has to have the money to do that, or to take a bus. I think he will address that he is, he's not been formally diagnosed with depression, but Judge, in my just talking with him, he understands what's going on, but I think he suffers depression and losing 3 of his family members. They were the only support that he had, and he lost all of them in a short span of time. And he had tested at the beginning of April. He had appeared. He didn't think that he would he didn't know, but he didn't realize that they were calling back so soon. It was like 2 weeks later, I think on the 24th, that he was called to test. He didn't have the Uber money. He didn't have the money to drug test. And so he just got depressed, frustrated, and he did not appear. That's never an excuse, Judge, and I know he wants to address the court. But I know you will take those factors into consideration, not as an excuse, but in the totality of looking at his case.
All right. You want to call him as a witness?
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Andre Alonzo Moody.
All right. You may proceed.
Mr. Moody, have you requested that you be permitted to address the court today?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were here last time, the judge asked a very important question. She said, "Why should I continue you on probation?" Would you like to address that question for the court?
Yes, ma'am. First, I want to say I messed up. Got my daughters here, my two daughters, and that's everything for me. Everything I do, I try to do everything the right way. I know that it doesn't seem like I'm learning, but I'm trying. This is what I acquired my license. I never had a license. I've been trying to get myself together to be to successfully complete this probation, and I've been trying to do everything the right way. I try to steady myself. I try to take care of my family. I struggle with financial. Nothing that none of the stipulations have anything to do with me not doing it. It's just I haven't had money. I don't have no help. Everything is through me. I'm my own support. I've been here with my baby mom for about 8 years. We've been trying to get it together and work it out and fix it. I work and support. It's just I can't. I don't have no help. You know what I mean? The outpatient program. I've made an effort, even from University City, to complete those classes. I walked from University City to make sure I wouldn't violate that. At times, sometimes I had money, sometimes I didn't. And my biggest problem is money. You know, like I don't have no help for it. So when I fall, it's hard for me to recover. You know what I mean? And that's my biggest issue. You know, it's not doing it. It's not trying to disobey you or anything. I believe this probation has been helping me. The big class that I was in, I felt like it was real helpful because a lot of people in there, a lot of the guys, they share their experiences with you, and like you can learn from them, you know. And it was cool. It was a cool class. Like everybody's talking to each other, and I learned a lot, even though I was only in there for 3 weeks. And the reason why I didn't complete the bill is because of financial. I missed one payment and then it doubled. And I called the class and I asked them. I told them I really like the class. I really appreciate it. I'm just struggling financially. I don't have the money to pay that $50. And then when you miss again, it's $100. I just didn't have the money for it. I apologize. I want to do better. I'm trying. My daughter is my everything. That's what I do everything for. And I don't want to go to prison, of course. You know, I think that I've been here 4 months, and I've had time to, you know, think and just sit back. I felt like God gave me a chance. Because it was at one point when all those things happened, I didn't want to be there. You know, I didn't even want to live. And I don't know what happened, but I felt like God was working through me. And I want to be better in this sport. Like I said, I steady myself. I don't really mess with people, you know. Alone, the only thing I do is take care of my family. I try to go to work whenever I can, whenever I can get there. I did get my license. So I did get a car. The timing belt on my car broke. I couldn't move around anymore. That was my transportation. I was in Universal City, so there's no buses out there, no transportation. But I don't want to make no excuses. But I know I can do better. Give me the opportunity, another chance to do so. Improve it.
State, any questions?
Briefly, Judge, Mr. Moody, sounds to me like your argument that you're trying to make is the financial stability and the lack of support. I may have missed it. Did you say, are you employed?
Not right now. No, sir. I've been here 4 months. So the job that I did have, I lost.
And what was the job that you had before?
Hooters.
Hooter?
As a cook.
As a cook? And how long were you working at Hooter?
For about 3 years.
So, so with the job at Hooters, you could not maintain yourself?
It wasn't that. It was, I had just recently started back working there. It's been off and on for 3 years. I just recently started working back, when I was in jail in August last year. So I just got that job back because, I used to work at the Rivers, at Rivers Cinema. And, my previous manager there, seen me and he said that they needed help.
Okay, let me stop you. So everyone, let's land the plane. So here's my question. So my understanding from reading the case summary, which nobody objected to me reading at the last hearing, is that probation was recommending revocation. And the reason why they were recommending revocation was because of a new number one. My understanding is that new number one has been rejected.
That's correct.
So is there a new number one out there other than that?
Not that we're aware of.
All right. So according to the court summary, it says probationer was arrested and it's the same complainant, same offense. That's why they want revocation. But then that case has been rejected by the state. So now my other question is, then we're only here because of a UA.
Correct.
So state, are you still asking for revocation?
So I think the agreement for him to plead number two was to continue on probation, straight probation. So they would enter a citation appeal and placing on
6.
6 over 6. That was the agreement that was made before.
And see, here's my other issue with this. He has been on probation since 2020.
Yes.
All right. And so he's basically on probation from 2020 for 9 years. Am I correct?
Yes.
Probation? Are you all still recommending revocation?
Judge, I have to defer to the court.
Okay. All right, so this is what I'm telling you. The state rejected that case for whatever reason they rejected it for. I don't know. It wasn't before the court. But it appears to me that your relationship with the complainant, that will be no more. That relationship is over. If you want to have a relationship with her, you can. And what that will result in is I will revoke you. You can go to prison. And then when you get out of prison, you can have a relationship with whomever you want. But if you wish to stay on probation in this court, there's to be no more contact with her.
Because she is the mother of his children, so can we clarify?
No contact with her. If he wants to have visitation with the children, then it needs to be through a third party. There's to be no letters to her. There's to be no, I'm sorry. If you have clothes with her, then what will end up happening, you'll have to get a third party to go pick up your items. And my suggestion is that there be a police escort for that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll deny the motion to alter and amend conditions. There's going to be partial GPS, waive fees, and GPS for employment only. And there's to be no contact with Siobhan, Chavon Sims. And I'm going to keep him on deferred adjudication. However, if you remain on deferred adjudication, if you come back before the court, the full range of punishment will be open to the court, which is up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I believe you all have reached an agreement where it was going to be, 6? So the agreement that you had reached with them was that if you were revoked, the most you could be sentenced to is 6 years in the prison. But I'm keeping you on deferred. And if you are revoked, you're looking at the full 10 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation. Is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right. And how are we going to address the issues with class, the fundings? I don't know.
Judge, I'm not sure. We'll have to do a financial analysis. Those particular classes have to be paid for. We can't wait for them.
Okay. So then, what we'll have to do and what you'll have to do as an adult, and this is adulting, you're going to have to do some research to see if there's any type of programs that will help you with funding for your classes. Legally, you have to take that class. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else you need?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2023 CR 3486, State of Texas versus Heather Moore. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Paul J. Smith for the defense.
All right. And are you Miss Moore? All right. We're here. You entered a plea of no contest to count 2. The state waived count 2 without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison, and the state is opposed to your application for community supervision and for deferred adjudication. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes.
Defense?
We have, Your Honor.
State, any objections to the PSI report?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objections to the PSI report?
No, Your Honor.
State, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
Just my client, Your Honor, in brief summation.
All right, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record. All right, make sure you keep your voice up so that I can hear and the court reporter can hear. All right, defense?
Ms. Moore, you have entered a plea to this case and are asking this court for a form of community supervision. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Why should this court even consider community supervision for you?
I need medical treatment for I had a brain aneurysm last year. So I've been missing my appointments for my checkups. And this past week I had an incident at the jail. They had to take me to the hospital.
How long ago did you have your aneurysm?
January 24th, 23.
And as a result of that, has that required some substantial life changes for you?
Yeah, I can't see out of my right eye. And I have been going through physical therapy. I had to learn how to walk again. And lucky to be alive.
Have you decreased or substantially changed your pattern when it comes to mind-altering substances?
Yeah, I have to stay clean because of my aneurysm, because I can rupture it and it can kill me.
Now, in your PSI, you indicated a willingness to perform any conditions the court required. Is that a true statement?
Yes, sir.
And one of the recommendations perhaps would be drug offender education program.
Yeah.
Are you willing to take urine tests weekly if the
Yes.
court ordered it?
Everything if I have to.
And the amount of medical care required, where do you receive that and how do you receive that?
I get disability. They have me on disability.
And where do you go for your treatment or medical care?
The neurologist.
Neurologist?
Yeah.
Okay. And who is that?
Dr. Morton,
And where does he practice?
the Baptist, Methodist Hospital.
Now, as far as living arrangements, have you made appropriate arrangements with family?
Yes, sir.
And tell us briefly, are you married?
Yes, sir.
And who are you married to?
Patrick Harris,
How long have you been married?
20 years.
And do you have a close relationship with any brothers or sisters and parents?
Yes, I do.
And where do they live?
Odessa, Texas.
In your pre-sentence report, you indicated that there were some places that you might ask the court to transfer you to.
Dallas, Texas, or Odessa.
And why is that?
My husband is in Dallas and my parents live in Odessa.
And if the court required you to live here, could you find appropriate?
Yes, I have address here.
Now, as far as any type of plans for the future, if you look, say, 2 or 3 years in the future, where do you see yourself being?
Going back to school.
And what kind of school you'll be back going to?
To finish my GED and hopefully try to learn something in college, something. I don't know exactly what I could do, but something different.
What is your goal in life at this point?
Be a mom, take care of my kids.
And when was the last time you held them or touched them or saw them?
5 months ago.
And what's it like for you being in a prison or a cell?
It's difficult because with my aneurysm, I can't have stress. It's the headaches. And if I do my blood pressure, I'm not really able to get the medical care I need to get.
And did that happen last week?
Yes, I was in the hospital last week. They took me.
Some might say that raising children is very stressful, more so than a jail cell. What are your opinions on that?
I mean, being in jail is way worse because I can't eat right. I can't, keep my blood pressure right.
Do you have blood sugar issues also?
No,
Any other issues that you're aware of?
well, none of them were.
And the medicine, do you know the regimen of prescriptions you're on for your blood pressure and
It
aneurysm?
starts with the I and one of them is Nematol and then the other one is baby aspirin and the blood pressure is, I don't know. It starts with the I.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
And how would you get those medicines if the court were to grant you some sort of supervision?
With my disability, the insurance.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell this court that we haven't covered?
Well, I just want to be able to get the medical care I need to finish my physical therapy.
Ask the witness.
State?
I only have a few questions. In your PSI, you mentioned that in regards to this offense, that we're doing something, you kind of figured out what it was, and you put your trust in someone. What did you mean by that?
Well, I thought that they were, my friend, I thought they were like family to me, but they turned out it wasn't.
I'm sorry, they turned out what?
It turned out to be something that it wasn't.
Okay.
And as a result of this incident, did you attempt to rectify it with the police department?
Yes,
And did you attempt to help them?
Yeah.
And did you accept responsibility, acknowledge guilt in this case?
yes, I didn't.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, any other questions? All right, how old are your children?
My, she's 6, 12, 13, and 16.
All right. And where were your children during this offense?
with my husband.
And that's the person you've been with for 20 something years? So from reading the police report, it appears you knew you were transporting drugs.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I was.
Well, I mean, what do you mean you kind of figure?
I knew I was, yes.
Okay. And it was transporting a lot of drugs. Why would you transport drugs?
I was doing a favor for a friend. I was taking something somewhere for somebody and I didn't know exactly. I kind of figured it was what it was, but I didn't think about it.
No, it says in the police report, and I don't know if you've had a chance to review the police report again, but in the police report, you get pulled over.
Yes, ma'am. I knew I was doing what I was doing.
All right, because it says here, I began speaking with S1, that's you, who still appeared very nervous. S1 began speaking to me about where she was headed. I temporarily muted my body cam because S1 began speaking about information, that should be confidential. And then they say that you actually admitted you were transporting drugs and that you knew you were transporting drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't understand when you say that you figured it out later.
Yeah, when I got pulled over, I kind of realized it was something that,
So you're saying in the very beginning you had no idea until you were pulled over?
I didn't think it was what it was that I was taking. Because it was wrapped up. It was like in a box and everything. So I didn't know.
So you're saying that you didn't know what you were possessing?
At first I didn't.
So when did you discover what you were possessing?
Whenever they pulled me over.
All right, state. Any questions?
No, Judge.
Defense, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're saying you didn't know what it was. Do you want a jury trial? All right.
Just want to go ahead and get this over with so I can get on with my medical care.
All right, court will hear final argument. Defense?
As the court has perused the PSI, has gathered some information that indicates that a client that has physical disabilities and opportunity to provide information to the officers. Also, she has admitted guilt, has had difficulties in this jail system with getting appropriate medical attention. And we respectfully ask the court to grant some sort of supervision.
State?
Judge, it's a very large amount of drugs. Just from the PSI and just from the police report, the defendant knew what she was doing. Again, that's why the state was opposed to any applications. So that's why we're opposed.
All right. So, Ms. Moore, I'm considering, of course, the facts of this case, and then sometimes our history follows us around, right? And your history, you've been on probation before, and you were unsuccessful. You were revoked. And then this case, it's a lot of drugs.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay.
I'm older now. Back then I was young. I didn't have the resources then to do, but I know I can complete the probation.
All right. So here's my question now. Where was your husband in all of this?
At home,
So he had no idea that this was going on? So he had no idea that you had a drug problem? Is that what you're telling me?
No, he knew I had a drug problem.
And he had no idea you were transporting
He didn't know
drugs?
how I was doing it.
And has Child Protective Services been in your life
Yes, ma'am.
with your children? And so you're saying your children have been placed with your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
For how long?
They've always been with him.
So what did Child Protective Services do then?
They just left them, but they didn't ever come to they never do nothing.
Okay. All right. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. I'll request the therapeutic medical unit. With that unit, you'll have to actually request it as well because I have no jurisdiction for them to place you in that unit. But that unit will help you with any drug issues you may have, any physical medical issues or mental health issues. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. When you're released from custody, you need to make sure that you get back on track, being clean and sober. You understand? If you have an issue where you can't find a place to help you with that, if I'm here, you can always come back to the court and I'll direct you to a place that can help you. Good luck to you. All right, and are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes.
All right, counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, sure.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney?
Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
I told him about
Okay. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
All right, counsel, do you waive the reading of the
it.
indictment?
We do waive it.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Yeah. All right, Mr. Martinez, did you review the court admonishments and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with assault on a family or household member with a previous conviction? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, so here's the thing. I want you to focus and listen, all right? So the state has made you an offer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I don't have to follow that offer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If I don't follow your offer and give you something more than you bargained for example, they're offering you deferred adjudication.
Oh.
If I were to say, I'm not giving you deferred adjudication, I'm giving you a conviction, I am not following your agreement and I'm giving you something else than you bargained for, that's more of a punishment. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes.
All right. If I were to do that, you can withdraw your plea. Do you understand?
Okay.
No,
Yes.
do you
Yes.
understand?
Yeah.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you're giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Did you understand if I were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason you're revoked, I could sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he is currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Martinez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. With an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
With an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent. Did you understand?
If you get a divorce, she's gonna be the primary.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to proceed with this plea?
Yes.
And did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense is at the plea.
Yes.
State is at the plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
I signed everything and she went over everything with me, so.
All right, did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be 40 hours of community service restitution, no harmful or injurious contact with Deidre Martinez, the BIPP course, TAP evaluation, mental health evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay, thank
I got
you.
something for you.
All right, thank you.
State's offering his prior, it's not a conviction, it was deferred probation for a misdemeanor. And before you even asked for it, we had both said, you offer it and I won't object.
All right.
Okay.
So, State, do you have any evidence to support the defendant's support the defendant's, plea?
Yes. State offer states Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
All right, did you review the waiver and, stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Please, yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client is so sorry that this event happened and it'll never happen again. He expresses remorse.
All right, so I have a few questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I read in the police report, I see that there's a request by the state that there be a mental health evaluation.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you been receiving mental health treatment at the jail?
Yeah, I'm taking the Prexa. That's pretty much it. I've seen the doctors and nurses, but I haven't seen specifically a psychiatrist or.
All right, when you're out of custody, do you have a case manager?
No, I don't. My wife's a disabled vet. She's 100% permanent total, and I'm just still getting on my feet, moving. So pretty soon, I should have somebody. Wait, a case manager?
Yes.
No.
You know, that's somebody to make sure that you take your medications and somebody that you can call and somebody that can sort of advocate.
No, yeah.
He wants one though.
So what is your history? Are you military or no?
No. I'm gonna be her caregiver. They just changed the law to where she can. I won't be able to be her caregiver. Why not?
I mean, I don't allow that. You're here for an assault and it's assault against her. I understand you were going through a mental health episode, but
Can we delay that finding and present you more evidence on what her condition is, what she requires, what you would be required to do? Can you just hold that thought in abeyance and I'm happy to come back with more information?
all right, do you all want to come back on a different day for sentencing?
No, I want to do sentencing today. He's in jail.
Well, see, the thing about the no harmful or injurious contact,
Yeah.
I don't do that on family violence cases unless I have a chance to speak with the complainant because I don't know what's going on in the household.
Well, actually, he's going to Haven for Hope when he gets out.
Okay, all right. It's a $1,500 fine. It'll be probated, affirmative finding of family violence, 3 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be no contact with Deidre, DEDRA.
But we need to contact her.
That's my wife.
No, but what I'm saying is, I cannot, and I want you to sort of see it from my perspective, right? If I have somebody who's accused of beating up somebody else,
Keep her.
all right, that doesn't make it, yeah. So you've been accused of assaultive behavior before, and you've been on deferred for that, and it was family violence. I don't know who that was against. All right, so.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, so now you're before me and there's another assaultive offense. Now, I know the state is saying no harmful or injurious contact, but guess what? I don't know the complainant. I haven't had any discussions with the complainant. The only thing I know is what's in the police report that has been submitted to me. Now, if you all want to go forward with sentencing today, I'm going to order no contact. If the complainant comes in, I can talk to her at another point. But when you leave here today, it's going to be no contact. And if you contact, that's going to be a violation.
We'll do it today, and I'm gonna file a motion to see you later.
Okay. All right. There's to be no contact with Deidre Martinez.
Even though you're not following our plea agreement, right?
No, I mean, that's outside the plea.
Do you want to make it inside the plea?
I can tell y'all this. Y'all put this inside the plea bargain agreement. I'm not going to follow it.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
I'll file a motion.
all right. So there's to be no contact with Deidre Martinez. The BIPP course. There's to be a TAP evaluation
When we finish.
and a mental health evaluation. That can be done out of custody. Follow recommendations. If for some reason the recommendation is for inpatient treatment, you can bring it back and we'll have a discussion about it. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be field visits one time per month for 6 months.
He has kids with his wife.
And what are their ages?
14, 15. I have one that's 18 and one that's 24, 25.
All right. And there's going to be 80 hours of community service restitution.
So I'll file a motion for you to reconsider all those things after I talk to his wife.
Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Yes, he's gonna get his lawyer to do that for him.
All right. But do you need anything? Because
Yes.
she's not going to be reporting to probation. You are. So is there anything else that you need help with?
No.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because, yeah, I did follow it. And because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have your court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what those items are, you need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yeah.
We can go off the record. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. And I'm sorry, Bashan, can you refer him to Center for Healthcare Services? All right. All right. Thank you. All right. We're back on the record. Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Garza, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the
I
indictment?
do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram?
I do.
That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does.
And do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
As we stated earlier, Your Honor, she was declared competent on Friday by Judge Carruthers after a report by the physicians and workers at SASH, and I haven't seen any indication that she is not competent.
Ms. Garza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right. According to the plea bargain agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at 150 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Your Honor.
Then to count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Stated except for one attachment, Your Honor.
No objection, Your Honor.
State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I thought it was insightful, Your Honor, that she commented to me when I was going over the plea paperwork. She says, "This is what they taught me at SASH." So, and I commented to her, "Well, maybe you could give this better than I can."
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court is going to sentence you to 150 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served, give you credit for any time served in the state hospital. There's to be no contact with Sid Motors at 15066 North Zazamora Street, San Antonio, Texas 78207, and the court will show that the judgment is satisfied. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So I see in some reports that you're homeless. If you're still going to be homeless, there are places that can help you.
I got my own place.
Oh, that is so awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I got my own place.
All right. And so the reason why I put the no contact order with that location is because in the police report, they first contacted you because they said that you are trespassing. So make sure you don't go back to that place anymore, okay?
They also said that she had a criminal trespass warning at that location, Your Honor, and that was one of the 2 reasons why they were apprehending her and led to the search.
Okay. So make sure you don't go back there.
Back on.
Okay, so you know where that location is.
Right.
Don't go back to, all right, don't go back there, okay? And make sure that you stay on top of your mental health. If you're taking medications and you feel like it's causing you side effects, let your doctor know, because if they don't know, they don't know, okay? And if something comes up and you need help with something, help with housing, help with your mental health, help with any type of drug issues, and you feel as though you can't find a place, if I'm here, you can always come back here and I'll direct you to a place.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
That time, sir.
Yes, you will be out at midnight.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you're doing better. Have a good one, okay? 2023 CR 7787, State of Texas versus Anna Marie De La Rosa. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
State.
Defense?
Ray Lopez for the defense.
All right, and are you Miss De La Rosa?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Anna Marie De La Rosa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 7787 for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on April 30th, 2024 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Your Honor, the state wishes to proceed on violation of condition number 6. On or about the 10th day of July 2024, the defendant, Anna Marie De La Rosa, departed Barrett County without the written permission of the court and or supervision officer in violation of condition number 6.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
We waive and abandon all of this, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 6, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 6?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 6 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is for the state's motion, enter an adjudication of guilt against the defendant, revoke her community supervision, and sentence her to 232 days in the Barrett County Jail under Texas Penal Code 1244A.
All right, so why would I follow this agreement? Because I'm assuming that's a judgment satisfied.
It is, Your
All
Honor.
right, why would I do that?
Your Honor, she's contesting the charges that she picked up in Medina County. She does admit, though, that she left the county without permission and remorseful for that. And is looking to put this matter behind her.
Oh, I'm not, just so everybody understands, I'm not considering anything else on the motion. I'm just considering violation of condition number 6. Has she done anything on probation? Has she completed anything? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Anna Marie De La Rosa.
All right, what have you done on probation?
I reported to probation. I've also been looking for work, like as said on my probation. I had work in line, but considering that I left.
Why did you leave the county?
I had to go and pick up my sister-in-law from where she was at because she got stranded. So that was.
Why don't you call probation and tell them, I need to go pick up my sister?
I mean, I didn't think it was an issue and a problem because I didn't think I was violating probation at that time. And she just needed a ride, so I went to go and get her. So, I mean, I didn't see where there was a problem or an issue at that moment in time because it was just going and picking her up. And that was I didn't see that there was a problem.
Did you start on your parenting classes?
No, I have there was a parenting class that was in line for there,
No, my question is, did you start your parenting classes?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
All right.
But, the reentry program does have those parenting classes, and so I just had to wait to get into that
Were
program.
you in felony drug court?
No, they said they denied me because I don't have no drug issues since 2017. My case wasn't related to drug issues.
And
I didn't
you're
come
not
in on no drug
employed?
charges or anything, so they, drug court denied me because I have no drug.
Have you been
charges.
employed since April 30th, 2024?
Have I been employed?
Yes, since you've been on probation, have you ever had employment?
Well, my probation officer was supposed to check in with you because, I have a history of working, through a providing agency. But because you took that away from me, that's the only,
Oh, no, I don't know. Everybody knows I do not allow people to work as home health care providers when you're on probation for a felony. Everybody knows that. So my question is, have you had employment since April 30th, 2024?
no, so I was looking for.
All right, so that's a no. Did you report to probation
I
since
did
April
I
30th,
did tell,
2024?
yes, ma'am, I did. And I was, also calling the hotline like it was told to do. I was doing my conditions as followed. Yes, I was.
Any other questions?
And I also called my probation officer to let her know where I was at. I tried contacting her several times and stuff. So, I mean, I did everything that I was supposed to do. I do have job lines followed as well when I get out of here too.
But you haven't had an employment since April 30th, 2024. Any questions?
Ms. De La Rosa, did you complete your TAP evaluation? as
Yes.
ordered by the-
Yes, ma'am, everything was done.
When do you recall doing that?
When I was incarcerated in Bear County. It was a top evaluation and then it was followed through drug court, which they denied me because like I said, they said because I don't have no drug history, there was no reason for me to then allowing me to take that course.
And then, so you were released from custody in June of 2024, does that sound right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then, you were ordered to submit to drug testing in July of 2024, do you recall that?
For the phone?
Yes.
Yes, and I was calling every day like I was told up until the time that I got placed into Medina County. And then I was there for 4.5 months.
So are you aware that your probation officer stated that you failed to submit to drug testing on July 12th, 19th, and 26th of 2024?
Because I was already incarcerated.
You were already incarcerated in July. And then are you aware that your probation officer is alleging that you struggled with calling the UA hotline as you were instructed to do?
If I wasn't incarcerated, how was I able to call the hotline?
So when were you incarcerated?
July 12th, 2024.
But before that, are you aware of any that your probation officer is alleging that you are having trouble, calling in on the UA hotline?
Because I was already incarcerated in July.
Before your incarceration?
There was I was calling every day. There shouldn't have been a reason why.
All right, any questions? Probation? What is probation's recommendation?
Judge, the court summary indicates they want, revocation.
All right. Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No.
Thank you. All right, thank you. The court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty. The court will revoke. The court will sentence you to 14 months in the state jail facility. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Veronica Garza or 1803 Macaulay, McCauley, San Antonio, Texas, 78224. And no contact with Jose Gutierrez. I'm sorry, with Grace Rocha and Jose Gutierrez. And Raquel Puente. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? Yes, sir. All right, good luck to you.
And just like that, everything changed. What could have ended with years behind bars became one final chance, but with a warning that couldn't have been any clearer. Justice isn't only about punishment, sometimes it's about giving someone one last opportunity to prove they've truly changed. Now I want to hear from you. Did the judge make the right decision, or would you have sent him to prison?